Hi, I'm Catherine Costa from 100mandalas.com, and my YouTube channel is dedicated to mandalas, how to create them and how to color them. This video is the first in a new series. It's for my monthly mandala challenges, and these challenges are designed to get you creating. To add some added incentive, I've collected some fabulous prizes for one lucky winner. This first challenge is to create a mandala inspiration wheel. It's inspired by the game spinner. When I was a kid, I loved my see and say. I'd pull the string and eagerly wait to hear the sounds of the farm animals. And game spinners are found in all sorts of board games and game shows, like the Wheel of Fortune. Do you remember waiting with anticipation for the wheel to stop? Will it land on bankrupt or $10,000? Well, one day I was on my Facebook wall and I saw this really cool video clip of a fidget spinner whirring above a hand-painted mandala with the question, "What gift can you give yourself today?" The possible answers delighted my heart. Ease, novelty, play, stillness, rest, adventure. I clicked through to my friend Tanya Jennings' Facebook wall and saw that she had created some other fidget spinner fortunes that posed more heart-expanding questions and answers. Now, I'm a do-it-yourself kind of girl. When I saw that, I thought, oh, I want to make one of those. Then I got thinking, I'm really curious to see what my mandala family would create. So I reached out to Tanya Jenny and I told her about my idea of these monthly challenges and how I would love to use her idea of this fidget spinner. Well, she offered to be our first prize sponsor. How cool's that? So before we go any further, I want you to meet Tanya Jennings and tell you a little bit about her. Tanya and I have been friends for about 7 years now. We have run in the same circle of mixed media artists. And when I wrote my book proposal, I knew I wanted to work with Northlight Books. And when I reached out to submit it, I actually sent it to Tanya because I knew Tanya wore many different hats working for Northlight Books / FNW Media. And one of those hats is as the acquisition editor. And I'm so glad I did because she was really a wonderful person to guide me in the next steps that I needed to take my proposal and prepare it in a way that it could be successfully received by the committee that determines which book projects they were going to work on. So this is what I remember about my first time having a face-to-face with Tanya. We met up on Skype, and my first impression of her is that she's mellow, relaxed, easygoing, and very confident when it comes to book publishing. I would later find out that she had worked on over 275 different book projects. That's pretty impressive. And here I am, this was my first one, and you can imagine I was excited and nervous. But you know, her gentleness and how calm she was and how really confident and expert she was. I mean, this was another book project and she really liked it and she was very enthusiastic, but it was that confidence of knowing it's another book project helped me to realize, even though it was my first book project, it was another book project. It wasn't the end all and the be all. And so that, her attitude about this, her confidence, her calmness, helped to set the tone for how my project would unfold. Now, she and I only worked at the beginning stages. I then was assigned a different editor. But I would think of Tanya, anytime I'd start to get nervous, I would think about how this is another book project and that I would take her calmness and translate that into this. And let me tell you, it went so smoothly. I'm so grateful for Tanya for that. Thank you, Tanya. I know you're watching this. Thank you. Well, Tanya, after 13 years and 10 months of working for F&W Media, Northlight Books, she is now self-employed. She is bringing her expertise in book publishing to help creatives out there, whether you're an artist or an author. If you've got a book in you, she is there to bring her expertise to your aid. She's also a certified coach with expertise in helping those seeking direction and finding their life purpose. So for this video, I had a couple questions of Tanya that I thought might interest you, especially if you are an author or an artist and you want to put yourself out there successfully. And the first one was, what is the biggest challenge that you see for aspiring authors and artists? And she said, not being afraid to toot your own horn and remind people over and over how wonderful you are. It can be hard to see that you're not being a braggart, but actually you're simply sharing with others that you have something they could use. Lack of confidence and comfort with self-promotion results in a smaller following, and a publisher sees this as a risk. You will not be a strong promoter of your book. Now, my second question has to do with that artist statement. It's so hard to write an artist or an author statement. I've struggled with it. I've seen my friends struggle with it. So I asked Tanya, what mistakes do you see artists and authors making when they write about themselves? And Tanya sees 5 areas most artists struggle with. Number 1, using specific details to describe how unique their art really is. Avoiding terms that the layperson wouldn't understand. 3, being brave enough to let your authenticity shine through. 4, using first person and an active voice. 5, writing in a conversational style that pulls the reader in. So if you're struggling with writing an artist or author statement, Tanya has developed a tool called the Why of You. And it's to help make the process of writing an artist statement less painful. So if you want to learn more about Tanya and read more of that interview with her, swing by my website at 100mandalas.com. So are you ready to take the challenge? All right, so the challenge is to create a mandala inspiration wheel. And this combines 3 things that I love: mandalas, inspiring words, and playfulness. All right, so the first step is you're gonna draw a circle, 6 to 7 inches. Then divide that circle into 12 segments. So I'm going to show you how to divide a circle into 12 equal sections. There are several ways that you can approach this, but this is one where we're going to use a compass, a pencil, and a ruler, and I have a piece of paper. It doesn't matter what size your circle is, it's the same technique. The first thing you'll do is you'll draw a circle using your compass. I think for this challenge, a circle somewhere between 6 inches and 7 inches is a good size. Now you want to keep the distance of the 2 arms of your compass the same throughout this exercise. What you'll do is you'll take the needle and you'll place it anywhere on the edge there of the circle. And as you swing your compass, where it intersects the line, draw a little mark. I draw these lightly because I'm going to be erasing them. They're guidelines. Now where this new line intersects that first one, that point, that's where you're going to place the needle of your compass. Draw another line and you've just broken down, you've just made your next mark. And you just keep doing that as you work around the circle. Okay, as you go around, you end up creating 6 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, we need to go around again to create 12 sections. We can either take our ruler and measure the distance, find the exact center, and then mark it. Or you can do what I'm going to do. I'm going to eyeball it. Say, that looks about center. And then what you do is where that new line is, that's where you place the needle of your compass, and you work your way around. Okay. Oh, one more. All right. We're done with our compass. Pull out your ruler. And what we're going to do is connect those dots that are across from one another on the wheel, working through the center. And there you have a circle divided into 12 equal sections. There's other ways that you can achieve this. You can create what I call the 12 petal flower. Those of you who are in my Drawing 1 class will find that demonstrated in the first lesson of the Drawing 1 class. If you own a copy of my book, I also show that same lesson, and that's in chapter 4. The next step is to decorate your mandala, and you can use any style or medium. Then add inspiring words to each of the 12 sections. The final step is to enter your submission and post a photo of your entry over in the 100 Mandalas sharing circle. The Sharing Circle is a membership website for mandala enthusiasts. It's free to join. If you're not a member, visit 100mandalas.com/community. So are you ready to see the prizes that Tanya Jenny has for you? Well, the first one winner, is going to be randomly selected, and the first prize is a mandala beaded pendant necklace. It comes with a 19-inch leather cord with lobster clasp. It's a $45 value. The winner is also going to get a spot in Tanya's new Discover the Book Within You e-course. It's a $97 value. So the deadline to enter is January 24th at midnight. I encourage you to swing on over to my website to learn more about Tanya, learn more about this contest and the prizes. So head on over to 100mandalas.com. Now, if you love mandalas, words, and inspiration, then check out my online course, The Inspired Vision Retreat, that opens up on January 7th. It's a nourishing and playful approach to finding clarity. I can't wait to see your mandala inspiration wheels. I'm going to be looking for you over in the sharing circle.